Dear Andrea, it's been 17 years. It's been 17 years since the last time I've heard your voice or wrapped my arms around my baby sister. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think of you, Andy. Every time I look at Jason and Elijah, I see you. I see all the wonderful parts of you. On this day you left this earth, and my world forever changed. I was working at an outbound call center when just something in my soul said there was something wrong with you. I went to my manager and said that I needed to go home. They looked at me like, she's just not liking this job. They couldn't believe the excuse that I just knew there was something wrong with you. I just knew. I had a 30-minute drive from where I was working to where I was living. And it was a time before cell phones. It was the time before most of this technology. And I just couldn't get home fast enough to get to the phone. As soon as I did, I called Joe in North Carolina. I said, Joe, put my sister on the phone. I need to talk to her. And then all of a sudden, he started to cry. I said, Joe, where's Andrea? Put Andrea on the phone. He said, I can't be the one to tell her. I can't be the one to tell her. I said, Joe, tell me what? Put Andrea on the phone right now. The next thing I know, a police officer picked up the phone and they said, ma'am, are you her sister? And I said, yes. And they said, well, you need to give the officer your information because the sheriff needs to come to your house. My heart sunk. I knew that minute, Andrea. I knew that minute, that horrible gut feeling. It was right, and you were gone. I could hear the bustle of the ambulance trying to work on you. It felt like my breath was leaving my lungs. How could I have failed you? Where did I go wrong? What could I have done? That's all that kept running through my mind. I didn't protect her. I spent my whole life protecting her, and I failed. What felt like an eternity later, but wasn't very long, a sheriff knocked at my door, and I remember him taking his hat off and saying, are you Andrea's sister? And I said, yes. And he said, I regret to inform you, your sister has passed away. I turned into a zombie that minute. It was like I was living in some kind of alternate universe. This could not be happening. You were my everything. We had gone through so much in our childhood, and you were part of my strength. I had never imagined that I would be saying goodbye to you this soon. 19 years old. I was only 21. I'm 39 right now, Andrea. And a lifetime has happened. I got married. I had 2 beautiful baby boys. I finally discovered myself, Andrea, and I love myself. I wish you had only given yourself the opportunity to love yourself. You know, in your favorite song, Hero, from Mariah Carey, and she says, if you just look inside yourself, I wish you would have seen what I saw. But addiction, it robbed you of the life you were meant to live. It robbed me. It robbed your nephews the chance to have met you. It robbed my husband. It robbed this world a beautiful person. I just want to tell you, Andrea, that I love you and that I'm sorry. And I wish with all of my heart there was something that I could have done. I do my best to keep your memory alive so my boys know that you were more than your mistakes and the struggles you went through. You were smart and funny and talented. I know because of our childhood, you had a hard time believing in love, but you were loved and you were important and you weren't a castaway. I wasn't a castaway either. We were meant to live a beautiful life, and I wish you were here. If there's anybody watching this that is struggling with addiction, please get help. Know that you are valuable. Know that you are loved. Know that you can conquer this. That you are important and there is a reason for you. The pain of losing you has gotten easier. And sometimes I get a little angry because the memories, as much as I don't want them to fade, some of them are fading. I try to keep them alive. I went to West Virginia and I sat on the big hill where we used to watch the stars, and I looked up and a peace has come over me. As the tears were still coming, a peace has come over me. I love you, Andrea, and I miss you. And I have kept my promise, and I will continue to. I am the mother that we always wanted. And I will do my very best for Jason and Elijah. I promise you. They will live the life that we always dreamed about. I will provide them with a happy home, and they will know how much they are loved. I love you, Sissy. I love you so much.